Hi, I've been asked by a number of potential clients when they contact me to explain a little bit about myself and why do I do coaching, why am I a life coach, a certified life coach now. Um, so I thought I'll share some of that with you. I think one of the things is that I've always wanted to do it. I always felt that I was good with people, and that I had an ability to communicate well with people, and then friends and family. They're always your best supporters, I guess, and ex peers or employees that I used to work with encouraged me to do that. I always found that I had a way of connecting with people, and although I sometimes tend to be on the serious side, I am encouraged to laugh a lot, so I try and do that too. But I think it's important that you are able to connect with people, and I feel that I'm good with that. Um, I did a life coaching certification course over the last 6 months, and recently qualified as a certified life coach through Alan Cohen and the Foundation for Holistic Life Coaching. We did a retreat at Lake Tahoe at the end of last quarter of last year. It really was a life-changing experience for me. I grew up as the son of a preacher in South Africa, Calvinistic background, my dad, and in the teachings of that religion. And it was tough for me. Um, I left religion, I think, in my 20s, not openly, but just had a very big doubt around what religion does in the world, and whether that always suits mankind or just a particular group of people. I think the intentions of most religions are pure, but then of course humans become involved and interpret scripture and so on in their own particular way. So I shied away from religion for a number of years, and then when I did the certification, I really found my soul again. I could feel that I was in touch with who I am, and it really was a life-changing experience for me. I've felt that, and I'm sure if you think about in your own life, you must have experienced this a few times. At best to describe, you're out in nature and you just feel so free and one with yourself, one with the world in quietness, or amongst people. I remember back my very first experience. It was probably like 16 or 17 years old, with a group of friends around, and we were just looking up at the stars, and I just felt this amazing feeling of being in touch with myself. And people were talking. I wasn't even listening to what they were saying. 20 minutes later, the police arrived, and my brother was in trouble for him and some friends got up to some mischief, and I'm sure he wouldn't mind me sharing that little tidbit. Anyway, so the point is that I really felt that I got in touch with my spirit and self, and I started the journey, I guess, sort of the end of 2018-19. Started by doing a lot of meditation, exercise, a lot of long walks, and I also went through a personal experience in my life, a life-changing experience. And that also, everything contributed to that point and to where I am now. And I believe, that our path will lead us to where we want to and need to be at a particular point in time. Um, I'm the father of five. Sorry, I'm referring to my notes. I'm the father of five children. We emigrated from South Africa in 2006 to Canada, and that in itself was a big change. I always said that I thrive on change, but it also is very uncomfortable when you do have to go through a change. But I've done these changes a lot of time. In my 30s, I moved across South Africa to find a better future for myself, a better career. Very, very, I would encourage it. If you feel the need to move into a different part of your country and your world, go do it. There's some sacrifices around family and extended family, but from a personal life growth experience, it really was an amazing experience. So the move to Canada similarly was big. I had some really, really tough times coping with not only myself, my own feelings, but also at work, adapting to a Canadian work style, which is very, very different from South Africans. South Africans are very punchy and very direct, and in Canada, things are a bit more managed by committee. And I hope my Canadian friends wouldn't mind me saying that, but it's definitely a different style, a lot more tolerant of different views. So I really had to recalibrate myself from that very sort of dominant culture to one that is more inclusive. Um, and South Africa has gone through a lot of changes lately, and I mean, in the last 20 years since independence, I go back at least once a year. With COVID, I haven't been back that much, but I love South Africa, my home country, and it's amazing to see the changes that they are going through. Struggles, of course, there's struggles. Every change has that in common, that there's a struggle that happens during that change, and people adapt and have to. So I think that's what that country is going through. Anyway, so come back to why. I'm a father of five, so I believe that all my children have different personalities, and of course I've dealt with each and every one of them during that growth process, and it's an amazing. I'm so proud of them, and they make me humble every day. And so in that context, I can give that back too. I had a career in the my early career was in policing. I was a detective. I was in the military. Of course, in South Africa, we were all white males were subscripted before. I think it ended around 1997, 8, somewhere there. Maybe a little early, a little earlier, because independence was 94. So, so that was my background. Then I went into the mining industry in the late 90s, and spent most of my career in the mining industry. Like I said earlier, moved to Canada to help build 2 big mines, and later a third in Canada, diamond mines. Fantastic experience in building new mines in the Arctic. It really is a once in a lifetime experience, and I was so happy that I could have that experience in doing that and working with remote crews and remote mining. It was really, really amazing. I left that career in 2016 and started my own business consulting business, and I still do that. So coaching is a little bit of, I guess, my side gig, or my later in life career. I think it'll progress into that. I believe in teams. I believe that teams make things work. So a lot of my effort is focused now on working with teams, and together with 2 colleagues that did the life coding certification with me, we are in the process of developing a teams-based program to help teams towards high performance, but do that with soul. Do that in such a way that we help and support each other. And there might be one guy that runs in the front, but for most part, it's a team effort, and we're all successful if the company wins. So that's sort of my next focus area that I would like to explore further, because I'm really, really passionate about teams and how they perform and how they can correct themselves. The other reason is that I want to give back. I've had a fantastic life, a fantastic career up to now, and in the latter part of my life, I want to give back and help people learn from mistakes or not mistakes, or just finding the way to do it. But I want to do that through a process of coaching, and particularly for individuals to find the answers themselves. I think it's very important that if we find the answer ourselves, then it really helps us to really instill it in our lives, and that I think is important. And for me, that's the way that I learn. If I experience the issue myself, then I can easily learn through that. So, everyone says you have to have a noble purpose. It's a term that's been flashed around nowadays. So I've written some words down around my noble purpose. One is to give back, to serve. I've always found myself, I guess, a part of my background in the military and the police, that I always felt that I was serving a community, serving my family, serving my friends. So it's certainly a core value of mine. So I like the serving part of coaching. um, Guidance towards that answer. It is amazing when you coach someone and you see the light come on. It really is. I get such a warm feeling when that happens, and it really, really makes me believe in the process, and I really, really love that experience. And then encouragement and support that growth, because we all grow. I recently, and I'm not going to remember the author, but I read a poem by an author that, and I'm just going to paraphrase, that said that we're all on a road to nowhere. And the first time I read, wow, we're on the road to nowhere. How can we be on a road to nowhere? But it's true. We are heading towards our own death. That'll happen when the universe decides it's time to go. We can't control that. We're taking nothing with us. There's this famous joke, you don't take your BMW with a trailer with all your goods packed in the back. So it's all about the journey. It's about the journey, and living life to the fullest today, now, tomorrow, um, but living it in such a way that really makes you happy and makes you feel fulfilled. Why should we go through life experiencing trauma and so on? And I know it happens. It happens in my life. I lost my parents. I lost my brother in my early life, and that's really, really tough times to go through. But there's ways that we can deal with that, and we do come through that trauma, and we do come out on the other side feeling joyful and happy and playful, and we can do all those things again. So it really is the reason why I do this, because I have gone through that. The last 2018, 19 were tough years for me. 20 rough, with sparks of happiness, sparks of joy and playfulness, and through the coaching I've really, really developed the skill now to compartmentalize and be able to really go down and find my soul in times. But I still go through it. I mean, that's just being human. So anyway, I hope that this helps for those who want to know, why am I a coach? Why do I coach? I'll post this on my social media, so those that are interested in coaching can reach out to me, and we can set up some sessions, and maybe I can help you to find that something that you might be looking for. You might be stuck in something and you don't know how to get out. You might go through a dark time with relationships. Might want to make a career change, a big change in your life, and you don't know what to do. That's what I'm there for, to listen, to guide, to help, and then have you find the answer that you will be happy with and that you will take forward. So I deliberately wore this t-shirt. When I opened the cover this morning, it jumped out at me and I put it on. It's of course the Nike sign that says "Just Do It." So it's one of the things that I stand by. If you wonder if you should do something, I think the answer is just do it. Well, thanks for listening, and I hope we can connect along the way. If you'd love to, subscribe, wherever you see this, on my Instagram or Facebook or YouTube channel, subscribe. I should post more. I don't do enough, but every now and then I post, and then you can see what I have to say, and maybe you like it or not. Comment if you feel like it. It's always great to get some feedback. Well, that's it. Thanks for listening, and all the best. Catch you on the flip side. Thanks.